Hello and welcome to Strank. We got an exciting show here tonight. We are live from San Diego, California. Strank, episode 19. I'm back, and I was commentating for Stronk episode 19. My name's Ryan Furlong, and I'm happy to join you once again for this episode of Strank. To start the night, we got our first of three matches. We have Con-Ra versus John Coxley. Con-Ra, winner of the Stronk Award, Best Lore in Stronk 4.0, and John Coxley, a very mysterious person who just showed up in this version. We're still not quite sure where he came from. All we do know about John Coxley is that currently it is rumored that his contract for Stronk is going to be expiring, and we are uncertain whether or not he's going to re-sign and remain in Stronk, or if he's going to leave the company in dramatic fashion. Con-Ra consistently a top star ever since his debut in Stronk 2.0. Con-Ra even a former general manager of Strank. John Coxley hasn't really accomplished any major victories. He was in a big feud with Johnny Stronk at the very beginning of his career, but ever since then John Coxley hasn't been able to quite reach the same heights. He hasn't talked about all that much. However, beating Con-Ra could be a very, very exciting way to get his name out and about once again. Con-Ra really just looking to survive this match. He's very small and frail, and John Coxley is incredibly muscular, incredibly powerful, and I'm certain that he could kill Con-Ra if he even tried to. And here comes Con-Ra, the former general manager of Strank. He's got a lot of hatred for Liam, who is the current general manager of Strank, but hopefully someday they'll be able to put their differences aside, and Strank will be all the better for it. But for right now, he's still old, he's still grumpy, he's still the same Con-Ra everybody knows and loves. He's excited to come down to the ring, doing his old dance he always does. Oh, and the pyro. While everyone is pretty lukewarm on him right now, the reception is mediocre at best. He does not really get a lot of the crowd reaction that he used to, but hey, I still love Con-Ra, and I know a lot of people still love Con-Ra, so I'm glad he's here. I'm glad Con-Ra is competing here tonight to open off the show, Strank episode 19. Once again, I'm very honored to join you for commentary by myself once again. My colleague Craig could not make it. However, I'm going to be very excited to do commentary whenever I can, and it is such an honor to commentate for Stronk and for Strank right now. Look at all that sand. Look at all that sand Con-Ra was summoning right there. A very powerful individual indeed. One of the oldest individuals currently alive in the Omniverse. And the international man of mystery, John Coxley, coming down to the ring. Who knows what he's thinking about right now? I certainly don't. There's been so many attempts to interview this man, but he has denied every single one of them. He has not gotten an interview with him, so who knows, honestly, what his goal is here in Stronk. We don't know what he's fighting for. We don't know what his purpose even is. I don't even know how we found this dude and gave him a contract. I'd like any information from Captain Falcon on how we even found this guy, but John Coxley nonetheless is here in Stronk, and whatever his purpose may be, we just know that in this match he's going to be trying to pick apart and utterly destroy Con-Ra. John Coxley. You can't even quite read his face. Whenever you look at his face, you don't even know if he's excited, if he's angry, or what's going on up there. He's really hard to read. But all I know for sure right now is that he is dangerous. John Coxley is a very, very dangerous person, and so Con-Ra really needs to look out and try and use his speed to take him down. And he tried to do a quick clothesline, but he's just not able to take John Coxley down. John Coxley just throws Con-Ra to the ground. Now the power is what John Coxley is really going to have over Con-Ra, but Con-Ra is quick, he's deceptive, and he's sneaky. And a lot of quick and powerful strikes right into the face of Con-Ra, the crazed lunatic that is John Coxley. He's going absolutely crazy after those fists rained down onto Con-Ra's head, and he picked up Con-Ra. He's going for a power slam, but Con-Ra is able to quickly get out of it, and they both go for strikes, but they both miss, but now Con-Ra is really unloading with combos. What is Con-Ra looking to do here? He's just going to stomp him in the corner, just really forcing that bullet right into the chest of John Coxley. John Coxley tries to crawl out of the corner, but he's just taking a lot of damage from Con-Ra right now. Conra, a master of combos, using his speed to his advantage in any of the matchups he comes by. Now he's trying to get John Coxley up. That just seems to be a recipe for disaster in recent times. Now, that's something you train against a lot in the Stronk Performance Center, a place that both of these men have been seen at quite frequently. The Stronk Performance Center has really allowed for the competition in the ring to get even better. And wow, a quick and powerful clothesline just absolutely takes down Conra. And a smooth elbow drop from John Coxley onto the chest of Conra, and he's looking to carry this momentum even further. I don't know what he's going for right now. Just a powerful punch, it looks like. But no, Conrad's already back to his feet. It looks like he might have been going for a low blow there. And shame on you, says Conrad, with a smack to the face of John Coxley. Oh! And just like that, a quick spin attack. That is a signature, a 2 count. But no, John Coxley barely able to kick out. That was almost the end of the match right there. Conrad tried to make this a quick and clean victory. But no, John Coxley still fighting, and the match goes on. Back body drop from John Coxley onto Conrad, and he's helping Conrad back up, but a quick arm drag. We're seeing that a lot. That is something, as I said before, you train a lot for in the Performance Center, on how to reverse someone trying to pick you up and carry their momentum even further. And look at these quick attacks, the momentum shifting back and forth with incredible speed. Once again, another reversal from Conrad. Conrad gave what a lot of people said was the best performance in the greatest match at Stronkomania 250. That was the Strank World Championship match. Conrad did not win the match. He was defeated by Bobby Roode, but it was a 5-man elimination match, falls count anywhere. And my lord, that match was extremely exciting. Conrad almost claiming victory. Definitely one for the record books. Definitely one of the greatest matches in the history of Stronk. John Coxley looking to throw Conrad back in the ring. This is not a false count anywhere match, so this is going to need to be completed in the center of the ring. This is where this is going to have to finish. Pardon me. Oh, and what's this? Oh gosh, it looks like he's crucifying John Coxley in the center of the ring, and he's tapped out. John Coxley's tapped out. Conrad has won this match. That was a pretty quick match. Conrad making quick work of John Coxley, showing that he does indeed still got it. What a strong way to start off this episode of Strank. Congratulations, Conrad. He is really celebrating that victory. That was a big moment for him. I feel like John Coxley definitely feels like he could have given more. He could have given a lot more in this match. I feel like John Coxley definitely disappointed in that performance. He didn't do quite the amount of damage at the get-go as he was hoping for, but definitely still a good performance from John Coxley. I wouldn't be super sad about that one. It was still a good attempt. John Coxley next time, of course, can really refine his skills and possibly get an even closer matchup. Congratulations, though, to Conrad on beating John Coxley so swiftly. And the second match of the night, Bryan versus Shocker. Strangely enough, Bryan and Shocker have had some disputes backstage. We do believe that they've kind of been at each other's throats a little bit, especially during the hiatus that just ended here in Stronk. However, we'll see if this translates to this match. This is just a normal match, no gimmicks or anything. Disqualifications are active, and so are countouts, and this is going to have to finish in the ring, just as the previous match was. But Bryan versus Shocker. Now, neither of these men have really had a big moment to face one another, so maybe this feud that they're starting to really build, that has been occurring since the hiatus happened, maybe this can be the first step for one of them to really win the feud and really get the momentum going in their favor. Bryan and Shocker. Shocker, the most victories in a single night in Stronk history. On the pay-per-view Shock the System, which was a Strank brand exclusive pay-per-view where he was on every single match. So congratulations, Shocker, for winning that award and breaking that record. But Shocker ended that night by becoming the Strank World Champion. So that was a great moment for the Shocker, and all Shocker fans are going to keep that in their mind for a long time. And you gotta imagine that Bryan is thinking about that, and thinking about just how dominant the Shocker can be once he gets momentum in his favor. So if I was Bryan in this match, I would try to just really keep the pressure on him. You really can't allow the Shocker to breathe for a moment, because he will take an inch and run a mile. And here he is, here's Bryan. Fan reception has been very split on Bryan in recent times. He began his career universally loved by all, but after feuds with Prometheus and even Pat, Bryan's status as a fan favorite have kind of come into question. Personally, although I'm not typically supposed to give my opinions on Stronk superstars, I still remain as a Bryan fan. I'm still a fan of Bryan, and I hope only the best for him in his career, but I understand why many people are not the biggest fan of Bryan because of the feuds he has had in the past. But nonetheless, Bryan is definitely a staple of Strank. He's been in almost every episode of Strank since the show began in Stronk V. Ever since consistent episodes of both Stronk and Strank began here in Stronk V, being loyal to your brand has been a lot more important. As we can see, Bryan, loyal to Strank, been fighting on so many episodes. I'm amazed that he hasn't gotten more opportunities for the Strank World Championship. Maybe that'll change, especially if he wins this match and defeats the Shocker. Because the Shocker, on the other hand, is argued by some to even be the face of Strank. A lot of people really associate the Shocker and Strank just inherently. Shocker, definitely one of the best superstars Stronk has to offer, especially one of the best Strank has to offer. Just standing there menacingly, ready to shock the system here in Strank. He's really looking to dominate Bryan here. With this early feud just in its infancy, we don't know quite how angry Shocker really is at Bryan, and we don't know how aggressive he's going to be in this match. But I'm certain, knowing how the Shocker has been in the past, he's not going to hold anything back against Bryan. We'll see if Bryan is going to be able to withstand the onslaught that the Shocker is going to bring to him here in this match, the second match of the evening here on Strank episode 19. Make sure you don't miss the main event, as this is a big one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. After this match ends, we'll have the main event, which is Johnny Stronk versus the Stronk World Champion, Brennan Williams, in a non-title match. Now, these two were former best friends, and they are going to have quite the exciting match. But first, we need to get through this match. Bryan and Shocker, and don't discount anything from these two stars. These are two of the greatest of all time. They've both been in Stronk for quite some time. They're veterans of the business, but Bryan, showing his raw strength, those muscles really come into use right now as he's trying to fight the Shocker, who gives him a quick leg drag. And but Bryan's able to roll out of the ring, and Bryan goes right under the bottom rope, and he's going for a quick strike on Shocker. And headlock, but no, and a quick strike onto the face of Shocker, but a quick kick from Bryan as well. Another quick strike onto the face of Shocker. I don't know exactly what Bryan's trying to look for here in this match, but I'm sure he's just going to go for the Bryan bomb and try to call this one a day. A quick suplex from the Shocker. Shocker trying to get Bryan back up to his feet, but once again, a double leg takedown from Bryan. Bryan brings up the Shocker and a quick powerful strike, but it's not enough to take the Shocker down. And a quick throw, but no! Shocker, it looks like it's a roll-up. Sunset flip. Oh, that was almost great. The Shocker almost took that match from the sunset flip reversal. Now he's throwing down Bryan. He got that momentum from that reversal. That was a wonderful maneuver by Shocker, showing just how intelligent he has become in his large and long experience here in Stronk. Bryan may have been in Stronk for longer, but Shocker definitely has had a lot of high-profile matches that he's been in. So it's going to make it quite difficult for Bryan to really withstand this. See, Shocker's never had a dull moment. Bryan has been gone from Stronk before. He's left. But Shocker, ever since his debut, has been non-stop at the top. And he's definitely been at the top of Strank and Stronk. Bryan, though, while he's been gone from time to time and he's dropped off a little bit, he's still got it, I do believe. But the Impaler DDT, it looked like, from the Shocker, it looks like they're really starting to wear each other down. It looks like all of these strikes that they're hitting each other with really have a lot of power behind them. They're really not holding back on one another. They're really giving it their A-game. Oh, quick flip puts Bryan on his back and allows Shocker to get in the lead here. Oh, but an elbow from the Shocker as Bryan was trying to attack in the corner, and that's an eye poke. Fighting dirty as always is the Shocker, doing what he does best, and he continues it as he takes off the turnbuckle pad. Jeff's going to need to put that back on. Jeff might have noticed it there. He finds the optimal time and he's putting it back on. Oh, a powerful Irish whip. It sends Bryan out of the ring. Oh, Jeff still having issues trying to put that turnbuckle pad back on. This really seems to be like a difficult process for him. But it looks like Jeff might have gotten it. Is it back on? Yes, it's back on. Alright, I don't know what Shocker's plan was with that removed turnbuckle pad, but Jeff was able to get it back on, thankfully. So we have some order still in this match. It looks like he's sending Bryan up to the top rope. A quick punch to the face, but Shocker's going out of the outside. He might be going for a superplex onto the outside. Could it be a superplex onto the concrete? Oh my god! Oh, that superplex was incredibly powerful. I am amazed that Bryan wasn't sent into the audience from that one. Bryan's got to be in serious pain, and Shocker throws him back into the center of the ring. Shocker might be looking to end the match right here, but oh, he's calling him to get up. Bryan is getting up to his feet. I am amazed that he has this in him right now. What is Shocker planning on doing? Bryan was able to get to his feet, but barely. But Bryan's still fighting back. Bryan, resilient as ever. Quick strike. Oh, and he's doing it again. Shocker has taken off the turnbuckle pad once again in this match. What is his plan against Bryan? Oh! Bryan with a quick reversal and a quick strike, but it fails a spear! A spear from Bryan. This could be the end of the Shocker. Giving him the thumbs up, but now the thumbs down. Bryan does not approve going for the Bryan bomb. Will it be a success? He has him up, and Bryan bomb. It's a success. This could be the end of the Shocker's night tonight. He's dragging him to the center of the ring. Here he goes. Jeff's going to count the pin here. Bryan going for it. 1, 2, 3. Bryan defeats the Shocker. Congratulations, Bryan. I wasn't even 100% sure that it was actually going to end there, but Bryan hits the Bryan bomb. He ends this just quick enough before Shocker was really able to get that momentum back and just really keep this match in his favor. I really thought that superplex onto the concrete was the beginning of the end for Bryan, but Bryan proving that you should never count yourself out too early, because despite the fact that he took that damage, he still was able to hit the Bryan bomb, drag the Shocker to the center of the ring, and claim victory here tonight. Excellent work, excellent resilience from Bryan, showing just what it takes to be the best of the best here in Stronk. Never giving up, always holding on, and even when you take damage, you give just as much, if not more, damage right back to your opponent. Bryan claims victory over the Shocker in the second match on Strank episode 19, live from San Diego, California. We're just moments away from beginning our main event here tonight as we're watching Bryan celebrate his victory over the Shocker. But now it is time. It is time for the main event of the evening. I've been excited for this match ever since it was announced, because coming up next, right now, we have Johnny Stronk versus the Stronk World Champion Brennan Williams in a non-title match. Johnny Stronk and Brennan Williams, formerly 2 members of the Bullet Club, best friends in Stronk. They were betrayed by Xander, and Johnny Stronk eventually betrayed Brennan Williams. Brennan Williams, alone in this world. However, Johnny Stronk, a former Stronk World Champion, he's had his fair share of good matches against Brennan Williams, including Johnny Stronk's last big Stronk World Championship victory. He actually won it after defeating Brennan Williams at Stronkomania. These two have a long history with one another, and they've trained with one another for a long time, so I'm certain that they understand each other's movesets incredibly well. Who knows who's going to win this match, as their match history against one another has been pretty evenly split. Brennan Williams, as we know, is the Stronk World Champion. He just defeated Ike at Stronkomania 250, and he also won Stronk Rumble 250. So Brennan Williams is certainly on a hot streak right now. He has all the momentum in the world. Johnny Stronk really wants to rob that from Brennan Williams. If Johnny Stronk can take that momentum that Brennan Williams has and take it for himself, Johnny Stronk is likely going to be able to rise to the top of Stronk once again in his career. But ever since becoming the quote-unquote Hand of God, Johnny Stronk has been absolutely ruthless. Fueled by anger and fueled by hatred, Johnny Stronk wants to continue that reign of terror, of power that he's been able to display to so many. He wants to display it to his former best friend, Brennan Williams, here in the main event of Strank episode 19. The fans here in San Diego, California, standing out of their seats, booing and cheering Johnny Stronk. Johnny Stronk has such a split fan reaction. No one knows quite how to feel about him. He's certainly shown some darker sides of his personality in recent times, but we can't forget who Johnny Stronk has been before all of this. Johnny Stronk was such a kind-hearted boy, the son of 30's Milkman, formerly known as Calcium Boy, but now Johnny Stronk is almost unrecognizable from his former self. So much anger in his heart, hatred, lust for power. He calls himself the Hand of God, as he believes Captain Falcon is unable to do the deeds he needs to in order to eradicate evil from Stronk, and so Johnny Stronk believes that it's his duty. But will he be able to eradicate Brennan Williams, the Stronk World Champion? Brennan Williams, an undeniable fan favorite. While the audience may have been split on Johnny Stronk, they have made a unanimous decision when it comes to Brennan Williams, and that is one of undying love. Brennan Williams is loved by a vast majority of the Stronk fan base, and many of them do believe that his current Stronk World Championship reign is long overdue, and they do believe that he's going to hold this one for quite some time. How accurate that may be, only time will tell. We don't know anything about his next championship opponent, but Stronk Rumble 251 is right around the corner, and that is where we will find the answer of who will be facing Brennan Williams at Stronkomania 251. But right now, Brennan Williams is the top star of Stronk right now. He is the next generation of great, and he has claimed that the next generation has just begun. We're here in the next generation, and Brennan Williams is looking to continue that hot streak. He's definitely the man with the most eyes on him right now. He's definitely the man to beat currently in Stronk, and so Johnny Stronk wants to be the man to beat him, and really put a dent in that record right now that Brennan has been building up. And if Brennan loses this, then he'll be going into Stronk Rumble and Stronkomania 251 with just all of his emotion and his momentum killed, and that could possibly lead to him losing the championship prematurely. But right now, it looks like Brennan Williams is really taking advantage of Johnny Stronk right now. But Johnny Stronk, yes, he's able to reverse it. These two are known for their incredibly close matchups with one another. They've trained with one another for practically their entire careers. Johnny Stronk has been here since Stronk 2.0, initially going by the name Calcium Boy. The son of 30's Milkman, whom he was trained by extensively, Johnny Stronk has been in Stronk for such a long time that it's really become synonymous with him. It's become his new home ever since he left home, because him and his father never really got along all too well, as you can tell, because they're still currently in a feud with one another. Johnny Stronk, who joined the Falcon Force, well, 30's Milkman, one of the founding members of the Shield, that feud took such a large chunk out of both of their lives that I don't know if they'll ever be able to repair their relationship. And Brennan Williams and Johnny Stronk, likewise. Brennan Williams, Johnny Stronk, almost like brothers. But now Johnny Stronk has betrayed him, and Brennan Williams trying to just down the fort and show that Johnny Stronk has really lost his way. If he's able to defeat Johnny Stronk, he can beat some sense into him. But it looks like Johnny Stronk is still holding his own against Brennan Williams. I gotta say, ever since Johnny Stronk started wearing his black and red attire and calling himself the Hand of God, he's been a lot more vicious with his attacks. When he was wrestling before, he kind of was more picky about his moves. He would pick and choose what he wanted to do and when, a bit more strategically, but now Johnny Stronk just throws out his moves to try and do damage, and an amazing Florida Keys from Brennan Williams. That could already be the end of the match. Could Johnny Stronk be out like that? That would be an embarrassing loss for him, but no, he's able to kick out. The Florida Keys is an incredibly powerful move, though, so I wouldn't have been incredibly surprised, but Johnny Stronk still being able to fight back here, and a quick DDT onto Brennan Williams. With the amount of rich history that these two have, it's always thrilling to watch them fight in the ring with one another, whether they're on the same side or opposite sides. And now, wow, from Johnny Stronk, that was almost it, but no. Brennan Williams still has plenty left in the tank. Johnny Stronk, it looks like he might already be going for the Stronk Buster as Brennan gets to his feet, but oh no, Brennan is able to reverse it. That is looking bad for Johnny Stronk. Johnny Stronk is hit to the outside by a clothesline from Brennan Williams, and now he's picking him up. Definitely looks like Brennan Williams has had the upper hand throughout this whole match, but Johnny Stronk trying to fight back. Oh, and here we go. This is exactly what I was expecting from this match. So much evenly matched combat on the outside of the ring. They're just constantly reversing one another, just telegraphing everything the other person's going to do. It just shows how much these two truly do know each other. Now Brennan picks up Johnny, and he goes for another super kick and goes right into the straitjacket, into another Florida Keys. And he's going right for it. Oh my god. Could this be the end of the match? He's picking him up, looking for the Cruel Angel's Thesis, but no! Johnny Stronk is able to get out with an enziguri. Rolls over Brennan Williams. He's picking him up. He could be going for the swing, and the swing once again. We've seen it so much in recent times here in Stronk. The swing is being utilized so well, especially by Johnny Stronk right now, and now all the momentum is back in Johnny Stronk's favor, but somehow Brennan Williams trying to get back to his feet already. But it looks like, oh, he's able to get back to his feet. Brennan Williams getting up so quickly, and the clothesline misses, and a quick roll and a kick by Johnny Stronk, and now Brennan Williams is in the corner. That is not where you want to be. Johnny Stronk typically looks for the lawn dart at this point in time. He might have been going for it again. Oh, he's got him back in the corner. So many reversals in the corner. These two are so evenly matched. A quick smack from Brennan Williams, and it looks like he's picking him up, landing him on the top. What's Brennan Williams going for here? Oh! 2 knees right to the abdomen of Johnny Stronk. That is such a unique maneuver from Brennan Williams, and that might be the end of the match. 1. No, not even a 2 count. Pardon me. Johnny Stronk still has so much left in him for this match right now. But Brennan Williams really feeding off the crowd's energy right now. He really has what it takes right now to defeat Johnny Stronk with a quick elbow right under the chest of Johnny Stronk. And the quick clotheslines, we've seen this before. This is the comeback that Brennan is looking for, a leg sweep. He's down. What is Brennan going to go for here? Is he going to go for another Florida Keys? No, he's going for the armbar. Johnny Stronk can easily tap out, but he rolls out of it so quickly. Wonderful, wonderful technical wrestling skill from Johnny Stronk to be able to escape that armbar so quickly, and he's picked up Brennan Williams. It looks like he's going to throw him onto the ropes. And yes, he drops him right onto the top rope, and he goes for the stomp, but Brennan Williams already gets up to his feet. Dropping Brennan Williams' face right onto the mat, but Brennan Williams, great ring awareness, rolling out of the ring, but Johnny Stronk back up to the top with an elbow drop. And he hits Brennan Williams square on the neck with that elbow drop. He's picking him up, and now Johnny Stronk has momentum in this match, but Brennan Williams takes it right back with a quick reversal, and Johnny Stronk reverses it in response. So much is going on right now in this match. These two so evenly matched, just really bringing it to one another. Jeff continuing the count out. These two are going to need to get into the ring at some point. But it looks like they don't care right now about the count. They just really want to do damage to one another. Oh no. Into the post as Jeff counts to 7. Alright, before the count of 8 could begin, they both enter the ring, and it looks like he might be going for it. Yes! Brennan Williams is going for a Cruel Angel's Thesis! The Cruel Angel's Thesis, he's going for the pin. That might be a rope break, but no, he's not on the ropes yet. 2! The Cruel Angel's Thesis. Brennan Williams continues his hot streak with yet another victory. What's this? What the hell? What's Prometheus doing? What? What's Prometheus doing with the Money in the Bank? Is this... Could it be? Prometheus is here with the Money in the Bank contract. Is he Mr. Money in the Bank? I don't remember. I thought, did he cash in ever, or what happened? I remember him winning. I thought he cashed in. My God, I can't believe this is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. Strank episode 19, live in San Diego, California. Prometheus has just cashed in the Money in the Bank on Brennan Williams. Brennan Williams just fought a long and hard match against Johnny Stronk, and a powerful maneuver from Prometheus. We're trying to get any reports on what could be happening right now. I'm asking right now if is he Mr. Money in the Bank? Is he Mr. Money in the Bank? All right, I'm getting reports that he is Mr. Money in the Bank. He did not cash in. I was mistaken. My apologies. This is a legal Money in the Bank cash in. But Brennan Williams going for the armbar, trying to hold on to his championship. This could be a heartbreaker for Brennan Williams if he loses the Stronk World Championship here on this episode of Strank. Prometheus fighting out of it. What in the world? Prometheus going for it, but no! Brennan throws him back. Things aren't looking good for Brennan Williams. He's definitely tired right now, but he's trying to keep that momentum. on Prometheus, just slamming his head into the corner repeatedly into the turnbuckle. Brendan Williams fighting for his life and trying to retain that Stronk World Championship. I cannot believe we're looking at a cash-in right now. Could this be the swing? Oh my god. For the second time tonight, a giant swing, but this time Brendan Williams delivering it onto Prometheus. For those of you who are just joining us, this is not supposed to be the main event of the evening, but Prometheus is cashing in Money in the Bank. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. That was so close. Prometheus cashed in Money in the Bank on Brendan Williams, but Brendan Williams was able to retain the Stronk World Championship. Brendan Williams, what a hot streak to continue. Not 1, but 2 victories here tonight. First defeating Johnny Strong and then narrowly defeating Prometheus, who cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. Now we no longer have a Mr. Money in the Bank, as Prometheus has failed his cash-in on Brendan Williams. And at least that removes one more worry Brendan has to have going into Stronkomania 251. Brendan Williams wins twice tonight, so now he only has more momentum going into his next match, which is likely going to be his title defense. Congratulations, Brendan Williams, on retaining the Stronk World Championship. He was not expecting to defend that championship here tonight, but continuing to prove that the next generation is now. Thank you for joining me on Strank episode 19, live from San Diego, California. Congratulations to Brendan Williams. Great work retaining that championship, despite the fact that Prometheus cashed in for a surprise ending of this event. Thank you for having me on commentary. It was a pleasure to join you, and we'll see you on the next episode, which will be Stronk. Thank you.